What is up, people? It is the 7th, I think. Yep, the 7th of May. First week of May. What happened? So, for like the first 2 days, I was completely unclear. I thought I had missed the GJ short. Let's start with GJ. Let's start with GJ. I thought I had missed the GJ short, and I was looking for a place to re enter, and then it didn't show me a good place. But then this morning, before all of this, uh, I saw this going up right there. What is that, you may ask? I was running to this from 149.5 exactly, or I guess you can say 149 pretty much. We ran into 152, spiked almost to 152.4, retraced back to 151. This week starts massive bullish engulfing, takes price up, retests, spikes right back into 152, consolidates for a bit, touches 151 thereabout, spikes again. What do I see? I see that we have had, before this move here, I see that we have had one, two, three. So I feel like this thing can go short. I said to at least equal lows right here because equal lows and then maybe this thing tanks. Maybe this place holds up. And as we can see here, this is still relevant. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to extend that till next week. See how that plays out. But what was GJ? Let's look at the weekly. So we came into that week pretty bullish after we had retraced from those highs the week before. Price came in with a vengeance. Didn't breach those highs. So the key thing is we did not breach the highs we kept making. So after making that high there with this three-pin formation here, one, two, three, price is retested. But if you've had your stop below here for quite some time now, you're pretty much still in this trade. You might be in drawdown or whatever, but you're still in this trade, and technically your trade is still relevant. So what do I see for pound yen? I see a weakening pound but the yen isn't strong enough because the Bank of Japan always wants a weak yen. It's better for them to have a weak yen because they export their goods. So when people pay them, it's better because dollar, if the yen is weak and it takes 10 yen to buy $1, when people pay them the same price for something, the weaker their currency is, the better for them it is. Then you have, because they're bringing their currency back into their country. Let's look at gold. Gold was just a bitch to me this week. Missed opportunities. And even if I had taken these opportunities, I probably would have lost the trade. So, like I said, we had that consolidation 2 weeks. Pegged us between 1800 and beyond. Go to the 8 hour, we can see a lot more clearly. Just put that back. We can see it a lot more clearly there. We're pegged between those. What was key is now looking at it, this actually looks like a double bottom right here. And even looks like an inverted head and shoulders. But look at it. What I should have seen is we broke structure. We had created a lower low right here. And then what did we do? Created a higher low. Looking at it now again, where did we come into? 1755. Now, that was even last week. Came into 1755, right? That was last week. Yeah, last week. Came into 1755, consolidated for a bit, and then we broke structure. That should have been my first move. Created a higher high, and we created a lower low right there. We rejected but then did this right there. What does that show? Shows that we were seeing weakness from the dollar. And of course, we'll talk about the dollar a bit later into this. But we saw weakness from it. Now, we can see us bounce off of this support right here. 1, 2. That was a great trade. But what I noticed is throughout this week, the clear trade, they would always spike and take out the clear stop loss. So even if I had taken this trade, I probably would have lost them. Then right here, this could have probably been my trade, I guess. You can see we had us maintain resistance, broke above it, support, really easy, high above there, stops tucked below there, I guess. And honestly, I'll have to put in some levels, but I guess just looking at my chart, I probably would have been going for right there. Obviously, we didn't get there, so that's that. That was gold. So gold finally broke out of its range. We are breathing back at 1840. 1840 capped us. We didn't quite get to 1845, but we are 1840, hovering near that 1850 level, and we know the importance of this level right here. As you can see, accumulation of price, and then that big sell-off. 1850 is a key zone, is a key support. So could this be dollar strength coming back in? We'll see, but let's look at GU. GU. Now, GU. Now, remember we had seen this here. We had seen this move, the ISAC broke structure last week. We created a double bottom, came back. What did we do here? We retested that double bottom. From that line right there, we retested it and spiked through. So I actually had a trade. I think I entered that trade here. So this here was my signal to close that trade. And I see I was breach highs. That was my signal to close that trade. So anyway, I lost that trade. We consolidate for pretty much 2 days. If you look at the daily, you can see we're pretty much going nowhere for 2 days because this was the move. This was the sell-off last week. This was the move up. This was the fake sell-off, but just a correction that brought us to where? That low right there. And if you just if I put my cross on the, well, no psychological level of relevance right there. But after you see this consolidation, the thing we can see is although this wasn't like GJ. Now GJ was different. GJ was creating equal highs. This did not create equal highs. Essentially, what this came to do was it came to form a double bottom. If you look at the daily, it came to tap 1.38 one more time. As we can see, retracement, retest right there. Spike up, indecisive candle, and the pump up. Now, I had a trade that I deleted out of fear because of NFP, but that was a good trade. Stops tucked above there. And that trade actually would have hit target, but it didn't because I did not follow my plan. Lesson learned. Looking at this, that short trade I took on GU, what could I have done better? Easy. Just keep in mind that, okay, after seeing this structure being broken, probably move to break even, bro. Why? Because look at this. Let's just go to color for a second. Go to color. You can see, look at this. This was a massive bullish day. So even if this look like the 4 hour is showing signs of doomsday falling. All of this, we still have all this price action before us. It's like if we come out next tomorrow and it's showing price action, we still have all of that before us. So that could just be a retest. Don't change your bias until price proves you wrong. GJ, am I still holding my short bias? Yes, I am. Why? Because what have we done? We came back into 152, 152.1 thereabout, spiked through the band, spiked through the level, and closed below. Let's look at the 8 hour. Now, on the 8 hour, this does give me confidence that this is holding, but as you can see, price is squeezing gradually, gradually. It's squeezing until it has to burst out one way or the other. And guess who's going to try to be there to catch it? So this week, I really had to, sorry, I'm a bit tired. I had to focus on my psychology and really not let my emotions get the best of me, not try to get frustrated at the market or skip the little things or try to do too many things at once because I promise you, you will burn out. You will burn out. The same thing, one thing I've learned is even though I have all these privileges now, or I'm not as destitute or as broke as some people, the same things that the traders before my time did to succeed are the same things we need to do. People buy a new course expecting to hear something different, but the only difference is the guy you're buying the course from has done the same thing the former mentor told you to do over and over and over and over and over and over and again. So you're just repeating an encounter for him. That's it. So stick to a plan. Don't let the emotion, it's going to be hard. But one thing that you can't say be emotionless. That's not true. That never happens. So leverage your emotions for your own benefit. Understand that. Try to go research how to leverage your emotions. This is my video. Sorry, I went on a bit on a rant the last 2 minutes, but it's fine. I guess you can skip the video if you don't want that part. And I will see everyone on Sunday where we do our weekly predictions for the week.